Pastor Mark Biltz here from Shaddai Ministries. Thank you again so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe and share. Also, please like this video, and we would love to hear your comments. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye. So now he's in prison. In Acts 16:25 and verse 26, at midnight, Paul and Silas are praying and saying praises to God, and the prisoners heard him. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundation of the prison was shaken, and immediately all the doors were open and everyone's bands were loosed. Okay, wow, wahoo, we're free. Well, that caused quite a stir, believe me, in the city. And so off they go. But look at Acts 17:5. It says, the Jews which didn't believe were moved with envy, and took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar, assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. And so, how many have ever heard of the Bereans? Okay, so what happens? The place that they go is to Berea. You can see where Thessalonica is, which is what we're going to start next week. But right below Thessalonica is Berea. What do we know about the Bereans? They were pretty sharp. Well, guess what? None of the Bereans were Gentiles. Most people, a lot of the Christians in the church that talk about the Bereans think they were Gentiles. They were Jews. I'll prove it. Look at the verse right here in let's see, Acts 17:1-2, when they had passed through Amphipolis and Apollonia, they came to Thessalonica, where was a synagogue of the Jews, and Paul, as his manner was, went into them. And look at this, 3 Sabbath days reasoned with them out of the scriptures. Wow, Paul kept the Sabbath. And here, 3 days in a row, he's preaching them. And then in Acts 17:5, here's where it talks about the Jews which didn't believe were moved with envy, and took of them lewd fellows, and gathered a company, and set the whole city in uproar, assaulted the house of Jason where they were meeting, and sought to bring them out to the people. So what did they do? In Acts 17:10 and 11, the brethren immediately sent Paul and Silas by night unto where? Who's coming there? They went into the synagogue of the Jews. Oh my goodness, there are Jews who are Bereans? Yes. And these were more noble than the ones in Thessalonica, in that they received the word of God with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were true. Okay. Think about this. They were saying, if what Paul says doesn't line up with the Torah, we're not following it. It's not Gentiles who are saying, well, the Torah better line up with what Paul says, or we're going to throw out the Torah. No. Paul had to agree with Torah, and if Paul ever disagrees with Torah, he's a false prophet. And so the Bereans were ones who put Paul's feet to the test to make sure it didn't violate the Torah.